Well, good morning, and welcome to Lobster Claws Recovery. I'm Brittany, and thank you for visiting the channel. Don't I look awesome? Yeah, hair on my face. So we are out on Fort Lauderdale Beach, and we're gonna get into it and see what we find. Okay. Check this out. Isn't that crazy? Serious erosion. When these easterly winds blow on shore, they just tear it up. Right now you can see the beach cracking. So that's going to be tough. Because anyway, what I'm clearly seeing is that I could probably work at the edge of the cliff, but I'm not really keen. We'll figure it out. So today it's the White's TDI Beach Hunter. Very good depth. I'm using 1.7 volt, 3000 milliamp hour batteries. That's going to get a little more depth based on the voltage and more longevity increased longevity based on 3000 milliamp hours, which is the capacity of the battery. We have crazy people that are right in the way. I give them the right of way. You guys see that? This stuff really old. This tells you that you're down at old sand. Old sand. So we're gonna do some dry sand, and then we'll go back down in that maybe when the tide goes out a bit. All right, well, we're on a target. Deep enough. Not encouraging. I am thinking bottle cap, screw cap. You see that? You think the ducks left this? So sad. Just sad. So we're close to the port, as in Port Everglades. Right now I'm doing turns in front of a hotel property. And the most I found. All right, well, we're on a target. We're just starting. So we're sweeping 45 degrees down angle along the wall. Yes, I will go down into the washing machine, as I call it, later. I'm wearing the Minelab Harness. This harness is made for the big detectors that they sell, like the GPZ 7000, the GPX series, the SD series, and they all have in common that they are in the gold metal detector category. They are heavy. I can't speak for their weights, but it's up there. But without this harness, people would be in bad shape because it would just wipe them out. I had a problem with accidentally changing the control settings because the control box was on my side. Easily resolved by just moving it back towards my 6 o'clock position. So if my front is 12 o'clock, you can figure out what the 6 o'clock is. Right? Try not to get too close because I don't want to break my neck. All right, that's unstable, so we're going to step away. But I'm doing the edge of the cliff, and I will come back around and get it from the bottom. But I want to get it from both sides. I mean, I literally have a 3 foot down advantage. Look. See that? That's a 42-inch handle. So we're talking, my guests are talking around a solid 3 feet. You gotta be careful. I mean, if you get too close, you can fall on your head, you can get wet, you can break your ankle or break your leg, or your back, or probably just your leg, or rip up your knees, or your ankles, or all of it. So don't get too close. You see how unstable that is? See the cracks? You gotta respect it because it's up to you. All right, we'll keep going. So we're gonna head back north, and we're gonna stay north of our current position. I'm not gonna do any more rounds through here. There's just not enough to keep me going. Let me rephrase. There's nothing to keep me going. It's been completely no targets. So if there were targets here, they are in the ocean because the surf is brutal. What we're going to do is we're going to detect along the wall. And this wall section here is solid 3 feet high. You never know. Get the cords out of the way. It's skitzing out because, as in like schizophrenic, it's skitzing out because the deeper sand is wet, the upper sand is dry, and it's a pulse induction detector, and it's just not too happy about any of that. I've already done the horizontal section here adjacent to the wall. This does work. It looks weird. Yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter. But the fact is, like, this is, you know, it's tough to detect. Why is it tough? Because it'll tear up your wrists when you try to make that upstroke to get the wall. So you're better off not trying to detect the wall in the same pass that you're trying to do the horizontal surface that's next to the wall or adjacent to the wall. I'm military. Part of my job was actually landmine, any personnel mine, any tank mine, detection, disable and removal, or blow it in place. So why do I tell you this? Because you learn that you're using metal detectors there, and there are different versions. Anyway, without getting into anything that's classified, I'll just tell you that you have to go slow there and you have to go slow here. This is pretty rough because I'm literally having to keep going up with the detector. You can see, not easy. Check out the baby. The baby looks so happy. I don't think it's the best idea to bring a kid down here, but the kid seems to be loving it. All right, we're on a target. Yay. And an otherwise barren beach. You're kidding me. Oh my God. I'll be back. Anybody want to take a wild guess what that is? Okay, here's a hint. See the hook? That was a fish that got caught. I thought they were shark teeth, but they're not. Go away. It's something, I guess what I thought is they were shark teeth. Look at this. Look how old this is. See, that's not iron. I don't know what that is. It could be. I know this is crazy, but I think this is this is a base from a tree. It's big enough to be a tree stump. And I think it's an old tree stump from maybe 100 years ago. Definitely big enough. Tree stump. I mean, I don't know. Hard to say. It's disintegrating, but to me it's organic material, so. Okay, this is really interesting. This was a double beep. Money. Always take money. But I heard a double beep, so I don't know. Whatever. Well, I don't know what this is, but we saw it before and we were trying to identify it maybe as organic material. Here we've got it in strata. All right? It's like an archaeological expedition with an embedded spoon. It's just so sad. Yeah, I'll throw it away. It makes me really sad. Really, really sad. Half the time I'm digging trash. Half the time I'm digging treasure. It's a good ratio. And the mass of humanity is out. I'm going to walk around and tell them to all leave their money and jewelry on the sand in front of my metal detector, and we can stay friends. Yes, I'm joking. I don't forget that they're the ones whose stuff I find. I found your cell phone in the sand. Yeah. Uh-huh. Right. Yeah, I'm calling you on it now. Uh-huh. I found your phone number in the phone. Uh-huh. No, you can't have the phone back. You want it back? Okay. I'm gonna ransom the phone back to you. How much? I don't know. I'll get back to you. I'll call you when I figure it out. Bye. Yes, I'm joking. If you haven't figured it out yet, I'm a little nuts. I'm just sarcastic. I do have a store on Teespring, and I believe that's one of the shirts. I found your cell phone, and on the back side it says I'm calling. If any of you are interested in these t-shirts, let me know and I'll give you the link on Teespring. But I do believe it's under Lobster Claws Recovery. Should be. I think I have competition. I'm gonna have this girl digging all my holes. Check it out. Kids do that. It's hilarious. So we're on another target. It's been a bit more target rich over here. Let's see. A lot of 10 pegs. That one's been down a while. I got about 4 of them already. They're nasty. If they are in the sand for a really long time, they will get like to a point, and they'll have no trouble penetrating somebody's foot. But you know, all right. Well, we're gonna keep going. We still got quite a wall, and we're down the beach. You can see that brown line. That's an organic material line. Very well could be from an old seaweed deposit that's just breaking up. And actually, probably that's what it is farther down the beach where we were talking about earlier. It's old seaweed that's just coming apart. So we're making another round back, another turn, right in the water's edge. No big deal per se. Metal detector's a little squirrely, but got the pulse delay up a bit. It's helping a bit. I'm not going to turn it up too much. I'd rather sacrifice some stability. I'm not turning it up too much. That's just the pulse delay. I would rather get a little more depth and or a little more sensitivity to small gold. Boy, things certainly have calmed down since this morning. As rough as it looks, it's not as bad as it was this morning. So I'm in the surf line. I turned up the pulse delay a bit. The camera is continuously getting turned. Right now we're just letting the camera run. You never know what we'll see. People are right up at the sand's edge. That's interesting. All right, so we're doing the wrap up, and it's another disgraceful day on the beach with the amount of human trash. Toothpaste, container, bottle caps. That's about as close to gold as I got, which was a hair tie. Looks like a toothpaste top. This was interesting. It looks like I saved one of them. It looks like trash, but it's not. This is actually a bone from the spine of a fish. And I found a good 50 of them in the sand. I think the history of it was best I can tell, and it's a pretty good guess, this hook was in the same hole. Now, what I theorize is that somebody hooked the fish and they didn't catch it, but the fish later died and got washed up on shore and then got buried by the sand. And kids' toys. There's another bone from the spine. So they line up like this. Like that. When I dug it up, these are nickels. Been done a really long time. I'm gonna date them, but they're just nickels. And unless they're V nickels or something like that, or war nickels, no one cares. This is like a, you know, it's stainless steel something. I don't really know what, but it was kind of interesting. It's about as close as I got to a ring today. It's cool, you know. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just, here's another bone. You know, I thought that they were off of like, look at all this. Look at all these. These are all tent stakes. I thought it was off like a shark. Like more human trash, plastic, straw. That looked like a hybrid straw. It didn't exactly look like paper. It mustn't be plastic, but I'm not in the mood to analyze this straw. This, I don't know. I'll see if it's magnetic. One of them looks like it's not an American coin. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Really was not a very good day in terms of finds. I was operating. This is interesting. This is definitely. Let's see. I thought it. Yeah, it's 1980. So I pulled it.